Hey there everybody, thanks for clicking on my video. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to build some nice terrain for the upcoming game, Halo Flashpoint. First up, what is Halo Flashpoint? Well, Halo Flashpoint is an upcoming tabletop strategy game produced by Mantic Games in conjunction with 343 Industries and Microsoft. Set for release around the end of this year, 2024, it allows players to command Spartan fire teams using tactics and weapons from across the Halo universe. The game is based on an evolution of the Mantic Games Dead Zone, so the rules are pretty similar, but they have been adapted to feel more Halo-y. You can get the game, at your local hobby shops or whatever, wherever you want, really. But without further ado, now onto the tutorial. So this will mostly be I think, a time-lapse of just what I build, and I'll kind of go through my thought process, and I'll show you some finished things at the end. Obviously, Halo Flashpoint isn't released right now, so I'm using Terrain Crate Ruined City and Terrain Crate Military Compound. You can get the Halo Flashpoint Deluxe Buildable 3D Terrain set, but if you actually look closely, a lot of these pieces in the set are literally just repurposed pieces from the Terrain Crate box. So it's up to you if you want to wait for the deluxe set, or just get a Terrain Crate set like I did and just start building now. Right, on to the building. So I wanted to kind of build a UNSC outpost, so I wanted to really have that reflect in a lot of the buildings I built. Obviously these are just cubes, so you can't really be too fancy with them. But I just try to build, kind of think what the building's going to be, and then just, build around that. So I wanted 2 nice watchtowers, which is what I'm building right now to start. I wanted these ones to be a little bit damaged, I guess to kind of show have they've been attacked or the Covenant have come in and destroyed them. And then I go on to building, just some bunkers and other things. I'm just kind of thinking, what would be cool? How would they be? Something I've kind of realized playing some Dead Zone is it's good to have a little bit of cover built into the terrain, as in, use your spare half walls and things and just kind of stick them on the edge. Just that way, when you have to set down scatter terrain, there's just a lot of cover kind of baked into the map. So it's good to have a bit of that. That's why I put, a lot of the gun shields and things up on the walls. Another thing to remember is these sets come with these little connector things here. And they're usually pretty good, but I found a lot of them, not a lot, but there's a good number in the bag that tend to have, I don't know what they are, like misprints or something. So, just a quick hobby knife and you can cut out those hard edges, because they prevent you getting like a soft seal against the building. And, that just makes everything be less square. So it's good to have them, cut off. I don't do it all the time, but I sometimes do and sometimes do not. So I wanted to have, like I said, height in this game is pretty important. In Dead Zone anyway. Flashpoint, I'm sure, if you've watched the tutorial videos, which you probably have, I consider the boards they've been playing on very terrain scarce, as in there's not much terrain at all. But in Dead Zone at least, height tends to be very important because it gives you a lot of benefits, and it makes it harder for your opponent to hide, because they have to get away from you. So you want to have at least a few pieces of good height terrain, and you want to have it evenly spaced across the board, because you don't want one person to have, a good sniper spot, and then the other person have nothing at all. So that's why I want to build, I try to build a nice even amount of them, so that's why I had 2 towers. I built, 1 2-story building, and then I'm going to build a big administrative building that's also 2-story, so they can kind of go opposite sides of the board. So at this point I built the 2 sniper towers, I built 2-story building. Now I'm gonna go on and try to build I just wanted a nice big building that you could just plop down somewhere. You want to have you want to have a nice amount of you know, line of sight blocking stuff. So you don't want to have a lot of windows on, like, not everything, because like I said, you want to be able to hide somewhere. So this one, you know, I put windows on each end, but you can't see across the whole building. So it should play pretty nice. And I know this video's going pretty quick, but this was actually like, maybe I'm just slow, but this took like 9 hours to build these 2 boxes. You know, that's a bit of design. So at this point I haven't got a lot of walls and things left, so I've just kind of just chipping together what I can. I think another thing to mention is, you know, don't be scared about like cutting these things up. Like, I've got my little Dremel there, and I'm just cutting out walls and things where I need to, and just making things look a bit more battle worn sometimes. Yeah, just, there's no, like, I know I call this a tutorial, but really the only limits your creativity in these things. Just build what you want to build. Like I said, a lot of what I build is just trying to look cool, and usually it's pretty playable. I think this building I just built then wasn't very playable. It was actually not a whole square, so we'll see how that one goes. So like I said, now I'm just piecing together all my spare things and just trying to stick them together how I can. So a lot of these just gonna be like, you know, barricades and things like that, and what I've seen, they actually play pretty well. Now I'm just putting all the random ruined pieces together, just to be like, you know, obstructing or whatever they can be. I think I forgot to mention, I'm using Tamiya cement to glue this all together. Some other tools I've been using is a hobby knife, a Dremel, some pliers, some snippers, and you know, that's about it. So after about 9 hours I ended up with all of this, and that's a hefty, at least 1 to 1.5. That's definitely about 2 boards worth of terrain. You see you got nice verticality. I know it just looks like a big grey mess. We'll have to try to fix that somehow, but you know, you've got some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got like 5 pieces of 2-story, 1 3-story. You got lots of cover, lots of barricades. And when you set it all out, I think just the way I've set it out, it'll look pretty cool. You know, my idea with the walls are, you know, they're kind of like the perimeter out fences or whatever for the base. Is kind of, you know, my in-progress paint scheme. So I'm going for a very, you know, military green, dark greys, a little bit of silver in there. I've also got these custom UNSC decals here, which I'm putting on all my buildings. I'm going to do a paint tutorial after this, so, you know, make sure you like, subscribe. So keep notified on my updates, and I'll do a nice tutorial for you, so you can, if you like this paint scheme, you can follow along and maybe paint up some yourself. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this a little bit helpful, or, you know, just have it on while you build your own terrain. Make sure you know, let me know if you have any cool things that you've built, and I'll catch you next time.